What is your American dream?
My American dream is hopes that one day all the soldiers will be returned home safely, whole, and that they will all get their benefits and whatever is due them. And that's the American dream, and that we can live in peace and harmony and skip all this hatred.
Well, my American dream is that everybody go back to God.
My American dream is for all veterans to be honored, education to be for our children to be more accessible, and to honor our flag.
My American dream is to be anything you want to be. You get up and you work hard and it can be accomplished. That's the American dream.
My American dream is that everyone that wants to do better for themselves anywhere in the world has a chance to come here through the proper channels and become American citizens and build their careers and families for generations to come. Thank you very much.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. Welcome, everybody. It's January 8th, 2020. 8 days into the new decade, unless, of course, you're a farmer. You are 8 days into the last year of the old decade.
There you go.
But since I don't farm, I say it's the new decade. And welcome, Yonathan, Yo-Yo, Elias.
Hey.
And welcome...
Get it right.
That's quick.
That's quick.
No,
That's quick.
Had it going all day
I had it
yesterday.
all going yesterday, and then I just went blank for a
We're
second.
still getting used to it.
Yes,
We're
Vanessa
just
Contreras,
established it.
Nesquik.
That means
Gotta
you
get
have,
rid
to be, you have to be a little quicker to remind him.
Wow.
Maybe that's what it
I was
is.
giving him a second. Brad.
Uncle Brad having a senior moment,
Uh-oh.
really showing his age,
Uh-oh.
forgetting your new nickname already, right?
I mean, it's brand new. It's still fresh.
It's
It is.
not even 24 hours into
Right.
it, and I'm like,
What is it again?
I was like,
Sheesh.
chocolate milk. It was
the bunny.
The bunny. I had it all. I had the bunny. I had the chocolate milk. I even had the powder. We're stirring, and I'm like, what are we calling you?
Wow,
Nesquik.
You make a really nice chocolate milk.
I
huh?
make I'm gonna
Green
tell you.
chocolate
I'm
milk.
gonna tell you something. You know, because what they say when you make the chocolate milk when you were a kid
Right.
is you would put two big heaping spoons in.
Okay.
So I would put the spoon over the milk, pour
Oh.
it on, and then a lot of the
Yeah.
Nesquik would
So you've always been crafty.
fall over, so that you would get extra powder in your milk, and then you would make it perfect.
All right.
I'm
squad.
gonna tell you something. Uncle Brad is the worst cook in the world.
But he knows how to make.
But if you want chocolate milk or you want microwave macaroni and cheese,
Okay.
there is nobody better.
Then Uncle
After
Brad.
that,
Oh God.
after that, you know the microwave
I sure
macaroni
do.
and cheese.
The Kraft.
The Kraft.
Oof.
Yes.
He is an A1 chef in
A1
TV
chef.
dinners.
That is
Ah,
right.
Thank God you wasn't my father.
Need a
You'd
little
be
more
like,
mac and cheese.
yeah, yo, you'd be like, can I return my father and get a different
Can I get
father?
another one?
I'll just take more milk.
Yeah.
Take more milk.
All right, so let's say hello to the squad. Jessica Levy, Joelle Reed, how are you? Dionne Watson, Stacy Ann Pothamont. Asks. No, I'll just throw one in right now.
All right.
She wants to know if her husband can file for her if he has a green card. Of course. Donna Bless, squad up. Denisha Joseph, squad up. Christy Consali saying hello to everybody. Jessica Levy, she's already let the camels out. There's about 60 camels in her
knows
comment.
it's Hump Day.
Let the camels out.
That's right. Oh, is that the song?
Who let the camels out?
It could be.
It could be.
It could be.
Why not?
2020.
Right, right. Well, bring it back. Bringing it back, right? Marjorie Thompson, squad up. Dionne shared the stream.
Hey.
Dionne.
Nice.
Getting things started.
Getting things started. Sharing. I love how Facebook calls it the stream. I never knew it was called the stream. I thought it was called the feed.
No, the stream.
The stream.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was a
Right.
feed too.
Yeah, I always called it the feed.
Nope.
You always called it the stream.
Yeah.
The only thing I know about stream is from Ghostbusters. You don't cross the stream. You remember that? When they cross the stream and everything
Oh,
goes
yeah.
haywire?
Yes.
But I never used the word stream ever.
Yeah, because they're streaming. We're streaming online.
Do you use the word stream?
I mean, when I'm streaming music,
Yes.
when I'm streaming content.
Yes.
But
We're
I mean, I guess.
streaming online. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'm
Baby
bro-
Boy knew. He
Okay,
did.
baby boy streaming. Uncle Brad's old school.
See, Dr. Yo-Yo,
I am
man.
Uncle Brad's old school. He is not streaming.
Right.
Right, I'm broadcasting.
Oh, okay. That sounds a lot more
Yes,
fancy.
Marcia McCullough, squad up. Who else we got? Tracy Haynes, squad up. Lisa Bling Rose, squad up. Weena Gwen says, hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Squad up, everybody. And Stacey Ann Daniels, squad up. Cordella Douglas, squad up. Myrtle Ray, Star Girl Mika. She has a great American dream. I may be stealing her comment of the day. But she says her American dream is that every immigrant hire Brad Bernstein.
Listen,
I like that American dream.
That is the dream.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to throw in all of these comments of the day, but I see one on YouTube that is very true, and it stuck out to me.
You can throw it out. We have 3 comments of the day.
Okay,
Right.
I see Asilla saying, I don't know why these viewers hired a different law firm and then they come with some ridiculous questions to ask for free. Why not hire Brad and his team instead?
That is such a good one.
I'm going to tell you something.
good call.
He can't really say that, but you can.
So insightful. This
Yeah.
who said
Asilla.
that? Asilla. Very, very
Asilla, your
insightful.
name.
You can follow Asilla G.
Yes.
Right.
She's onto something.
Yeah.
And Donna Blessing, LOL, that's quick.
Yeah.
All right, it's catching on fire.
Official team.
It is catching on fire. We shouldn't actually say catching on fire because it's horrible what's going on in
Oh, no,
Australia.
yes,
So we shouldn't be
yes.
joking about fire, but it is definitely catching on. And Dawn Harriet says, that's a good name, Nesquik.
They like it.
People are liking it. Lolita
Good.
Flat, squat up, Nesquik.
Okay.
Nesquik is catching on, right? And apparently, people are giving Jessica Leamy credit.
Yes.
It is Jessica Leamy.
She said it yesterday as
Right.
well.
Jessica Leamy gets credit for the Nesquik name.
Oh,
so
it was
it was Jessica Leamy.
You have crowned her.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And by the way, just so you know, I will take credit for Jessica Leamy because
'Cause you brought her on the
because she is really just call me, but
Right.
I call
Yes.
her Jessica Leamy.
It's definitely just call me
So-
Joel Reed.
Call me.
Yeah, but I call her Jessica Leamy. So I will take credit too. And
Naming people that don't even ask for nicknames.
Listen.
exactly.
Just makes us feel like one big family.
You know,
That's exactly what it
You know
is.
what? I don't know why, but I was always like good with nicknames. Like even in college, we would sit around. All the guys would sit around, and we would just give everybody nicknames all day. Joke
Right.
around. So I've always done it all my life. Everyone gets a nickname. Carol Anderson, the Tiger, squad up. And Paula Morrison saying squad up. I still haven't even gotten off of Facebook yet. There's a lot of squad up going on here. Marcia McCullough, Donna. I said Donna Bless and Ada
And
Nawachalamilu Northwest.
That might need a nickname.
Says, hello everybody. Now, we forgot YouTube. No, we did not forget YouTube. Veen Mahas, how are you? Donald Horton. He was sick a week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
Right? I assume he's better now.
He's back.
I assume he's better, right?
I would hope so.
Yeah, he's having a bit of a relationship with, was it Tali or
No,
29?
I think
was
it's
just for the
29
day.
Super C.
29 Super C.
That's what I believe.
Yeah, something's going on, and I don't know what it is.
Maybe it was all 3 of them.
Maybe it's
Hey.
maybe they're a thrumpsome.
Thruple.
A thruple. I'm calling them a trumpsome. I got
Nobody
Trump
wants to
on
be
my
in-
head.
yeah.
Would you ever want to
Trump
be in
on
a
that-
trumpsome?
No.
With any
no,
Trump?
No.
If you had your
Hell
choice
no.
of any Trump to be in a trumpsome, what would it be?
I choose no Trump.
You choose no Trump.
If I had to choose of any Trump, I'd choose no Trump.
No Trump. No Trumpsums for you.
The only Trump that's touching these lips is a trumpet. That's it.
I like that one too. But something's going on between Donald Horton
29
and
Super
29
C.
Super
I
C.
think. I
And I don't
believe
know-
there was something talking about dinner. I don't know, cooking or.
And I
I'm
have
just
no
making shit
idea
up.
why I threw Tali in there.
Right.
Maybe Tali has nothing to do with this whatsoever. But I don't know. For some reason, I feel Tali should be part of this.
There you go.
Jean Love, Squad Up, Waisu Tunji Jamo. What is the update on the presidential proclamation on healthcare insurance? Put that in social media check-in. You're just going to have to watch.
Yes.
Right.
Drew Berry.
More. Not
No,
more.
just Drew Berry. Drew Barrymore, one of the Charlie's Angels, with the question. We'll get to you in a little bit, too. DJ Killabuzz, Squad Up. Daniel Kidalis and Cordella Douglas, I see, is double fisting.
Yes.
We are on Instagram.
Oh, we've made it. We're up.
No, we are not on Instagram. We
We're not.
are on Instagram.
Ah.
But one of the things that we have to know sometimes is that although we are on Instagram, we're not on Instagram today.
We're not live
On Instagram today. And the
Right.
reason we are not live on Instagram today has nothing to do with the crew here at Bradshaw Live. It has nothing to do with the technical people here at Bradshaw Live.
Not on us.
It is not on us.
Nope.
We blame Instagram.
There you go.
So we will be back live on Instagram tomorrow. In the meantime, we ran a promotion,
Or a contest.
a contest, a giveaway.
There it is.
Right? Just like on our streaming show that I call a broadcast,
Yes.
that if you were to like one of our
It had to be our
latest post on with
Moshe
Moshe the Bulldozer Baruch,
Yes.
and follow Bradshaw Live on Instagram and tag 5 of your friends on Instagram in a comment on Moshe the Bulldozer Baruch, we will take out our machine later and pull out of our machine one person who would get a free consultation with Uncle Brad,
Yeah.
aka me. But since our Instagram feed is down, and since we are not on Instagram today, I will give everybody one more day.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay, because we're not live on Instagram. How can we give the Instagram,
Fam.
how can we give it away if we don't?
And I feel
If
like
we're
this
not live,
post
right?
could have gotten some more love. I'm tuned into it right
Okay.
now. We could have had a few more.
So this is the deal. You could thank Instagram for not putting us on today. You could also thank Instagram, therefore, for having us run our contest one additional day. Therefore, if you are watching this show right now and you have other lawyers that you're paying money to, and then have to come on this show and ask your question,
Speak it.
then what you should be really doing is going to our Bradshaw Live Instagram right now, following us, liking the Moshe, the Bulldozer Baruch
Okay.
post. You got to find
Which
it.
was posted yesterday.
It was posted yesterday. It's a video or a picture?
It's a video.
It is a video. And what is it titled?
It has a yellow.
Why don't you take a picture? Why don't you put it up and let's get close?
Yeah.
Get close.
Shirley. All right,
Shirley.
Here we go.
Right. Okay. From
Gotta
call me
screenshot
Shirley.
it.
Yes, Shirley. Okay.
We are going
okay,
to
there.
zoom in.
Zoom in so you can show the post.
Ugh.
Well, oh my God!
Where are
Extreme
we?
close up.
This is the post.
Extreme close up. Extreme close up.
Right here. It has
Okay.
to be this
So
yellow post.
that you have to like that post. You have to tag 5 people in that post on Instagram. You have to follow Bradshaw Live.
Yes.
We are extending our contest for one
That's so
more
kind of
day.
you, Brad.
Well, it's not me. It's Instagram. It is Instagram.
Thank the technical difficulties.
All right. And by the way, maybe Donald Horton and 29 are not going to be in a Trumpsome because he's claiming that 29 is his brother.
But Donald Holland did say
But
Tally
Tally
is my boo.
It could be a
Oh.
thruple. An incestuous thruple.
Oh.
Let's not start drama that doesn't exist, team. We're stirring up
All
the
right,
pot, and it's
so-
not chocolate milk.
So Yo-Yo and Nesquik, tell everybody one last time how to enter this contest and tell them what they need to do while I stretch and get ready for Hump Day.
Alrighty, team. So one more time, we need you guys to go on our Instagram. Make sure that you're following Bradshaw Live, and you go particularly to our Moshe the Bulldozer. Baruch post, make sure that you like that post and that you comment while you're tagging 5 friends. We have to let people know that we're on Instagram too. Make sure to share the post, and you are not formally entered in the contest if you do not tag 5 friends. You need to like the post and be following us. We are going to check off all of these things. Our team in the back will make sure that all of these points are made in order to select the winner on Instagram.
Absolutely. All right, now for first things first. Everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube, and everybody on Instagram, I need you guys all to join the Facebook fan page, Brad Show Live fan page, all right? I not only need you to do it, but I need you to tell somebody else to also join, all right? We need to build that community because that is going to be a way that you can directly get your questions answered. All right, so first 5 questions that you guys post whatever time of the day. We get 5 questions from that page. We're gonna put that in for social media check-in, and those will be the first questions that are going to be answered. All right, so that's a guaranteed. What's up, Brad?
Public service announcement about the Instagram contest. It ends tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Ooh.
Why 3 p.m. tomorrow? Because that's what I'm told in my ear.
Okay.
Because they need time to coordinate and figure out who
and make sure that everyone
make
is
sure everybody
following, likes it,
exactly.
and tag 5 friends. You
Right.
are not
better do
formally
it.
entered into the contest if you don't have those 3
All
things.
3.
Yeah. All right, so now on Facebook. Now I want to see, because I feel like we haven't really been doing too well with our sharing on Facebook. So I'm going to see how many shares we actually have. What's up?
I have another public service announcement for people who don't understand. The consultations with me. It's a $200 value for free. I don't charge. I don't care about anybody else. I'm not charging. You can come see me personally, one-on-one, or if you're not in the New York City area, we talk on the phone, privately, one-on-one.
Y'all better get on that.
Right.
Guys, listen, that's a $200 that you could actually give to somebody else too.
Correct.
Isn't that true?
I apologize for interrupting
That's
Yo-Yo
no
because you were
problem.
saying something highly intelligent.
Very important.
And intelligent, and I stopped you.
7 shares, Jonathan.
I
How
see
do you feel about
12.
that?
No, I see 12 shares on Facebook, and I feel horrible about that. All right, there was a point in time where we was getting over 1,200 shares.
Yeah.
I need you guys to go back to the old days right now. What's up, Brad?
Public service announcement about my depression.
Okay.
All right. Let me tell you about my
don't want
depression. I last week I looked at our Facebook show and we had under 100 shares.
Yikes.
And the next morning, I was sad. I couldn't even get out of bed.
Oh my
I hid under my covers.
Oh,
I
no.
put my pillow over my face, and I cried and cried and cried.
Quiet.
Cried.
Mhm.
So
All right,
don't make me
sweetie.
cry.
Right.
Okay, I'm done.
In order to not get Uncle Brad to get upset, guys, let's share. And it's not just for Uncle Brad, it's for everyone in the community. You guys who tune into the show every day know all the great questions and information that you gain from the show. So let's share that with your community. So how are they doing that on Facebook?
All
Yo-Yo?
you have to do is click the share button. It's an arrow and it says share. It's so easy.
By the way, another public service announcement.
Brad, we need to get down to schmoozing.
I know, but we're gonna also have wise ass comment of the day from Ron J. Roberts down in Jamaica, who says he doesn't even want to talk to me. How do we talk to the lady?
Oh.
How do we do that?
Listen.
Don't enter the contest.
Hey, what kind of question is
Right,
that?
so you can get a free consultation with Netflix if you want, right?
I'm sure you have.
I
all
will
the
be happy to give you. You can choose anyone, either me, Yo-Yo, or Nesquik to have the free consultation with.
Don't pick me.
I'm voting on Uncle Brad.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so now we definitely want you guys to put all your questions in the comments section. Please like, love, smiley face, sad face, wow face, mad face, whatever you're feeling, any emotion you're feeling, make sure you show love like that on the video. And what are we gonna do on YouTube?
On YouTube Squad, make sure that first things first, you are subscribed to our YouTube channel and you turn on that notification bell, because how else would you know that we're on live every day at the time that we go on live? Make sure that you're also commenting on YouTube, because we are looking out for your questions on YouTube, and you can share on YouTube as well. So make sure that you press that arrow and share this live right now.
And with that,
we're
schmoozing. Nesquik can't say the word schmoozing yet.
Oh yeah, let me hear you say it.
Can you say schmoozing? Schmoozing.
I say schnoozing. having some.
No, not schnoozing.
We're not snoozing.
No, you're not. You're schmoozing.
We're schmoozing.
You're schmoozing.
And that's definitely coffee and not chocolate milk on the clock.
Correct.
We need
Schmoozing.
to work on that. Brad.
So yesterday when we were on the air, I had my Wolf Blitzer moment because Iran attacked 2 U.S. Air Force bases in retaliation for Donald Trump ordering an extrajudicial killing, basically, of General Soleimani from Iran. Now, nobody, I think, in the world outside of Iran is going to miss this guy. He was causing mayhem all over the place.
Right.
But the United States did target him and killed him. And in retaliation, Iran, while we were on the air last night, they launched 21 missiles at an Air Force base in Iraq where U.S. military were sleeping. Now, from what we understand from news reports, it was 2 different attacks, and what we understand from news reports is that Iran told intermediaries, including Iraq, that the missile launches were going to happen. Everybody knew ahead of time these missile launches were going to happen. Iran wanted to do this for 2 things. Number 1, to show their domestic audience, which is the Iranian people, that they are serious and they're going to defend their country. At the same time, they purposely, because their missiles, their short-range missiles, are very accurate, at least according to news reports, they purposely missed, on purpose, most and all of any place that would have been populated with sleeping military at that moment. The reason they did that was that they felt that if they actually launched a missile and killed American soldiers while they were sleeping, it would have been an all-out war.
Right.
So what they did, instead of starting an all-out war, at the moment, we don't know what's going to happen while we're on the air, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, is that they launched missiles just to show their domestic audience that we're going to defend you, but at the same time purposely missed hitting anybody and killing anybody. So that way, basically, in the words of Donald Trump, they're standing down.
Wow.
Now, General Soleimani, he thought he was unhittable. None of the Iranians thought that he was going to be killed, or any of their leadership thought they were going to be killed. The Iranians, their leadership is, for lack of a better word, they're crazy. They went and killed the Prime Minister of Lebanon. They fund terrorists, Hezbollah. They're funding Assad in Syria. They're causing wars everywhere, destabilizing the Middle East because they want the United States and Russia out, and they want to monopolize the Middle East. That's basically what they're trying to do.
Right.
Now, what Donald Trump did was he out-crazied crazy people, because now the Iranian leadership has to worry, maybe I'm next.
Right.
Maybe this Ayatollah is next. Maybe Trump is so freaking crazy, maybe he'd kill me next.
Right.
So in the short term, there may be a little, détente.
Yep.
In the long term, nothing has changed from this, because Iran wants the United States out, and they want Russia out, and they want to monopolize the Middle East. So they're going to use their proxies, Hezbollah, their armies that they have in Syria, some of their other proxies, I don't even know all their names, to cause mayhem not only in the Middle East but around the world. Iran, they attacked Saudi Arabia. Iran is all over Iraq right now. And then what really is baffling to me about all of this, and this is my own analysis of the whole thing, is what are we fighting over? Okay?
Right.
What are we actually...
That's very true.
What are we fighting over? We're fighting over Iraq, which is a third world country.
Right.
The whole idea was to bring democracy to the Middle East.
That's always the idea.
Yeah, it's not really it didn't work out very well,
Right.
although we've spent trillions and trillions of dollars. But if you really take a step back and say, what the hell are we fighting over? Well, why is the Middle East important? Well, the Middle East is important because of oil.
Oil.
Okay, but you know what? Oil is last decade. Oil is last century. Okay? You want to know why the Stone Ages ended? Why did we get out of the Stone Ages? Did we run out of stones?
No.
No, we made tools. We didn't need stones anymore.
Right.
Okay. So what is the industry of the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years? The industry
Make
is
stuff where you don't need-
computers,
Right.
tech,
Right.
data.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you
That's-
plug in your car now.
Yeah.
Correct.
To
Correct. And clean energy. That's ultimately
Which would actually help the world.
Correct.
You know?
right. So we need to protect our world from all this craziness, global warming,
Correct.
all these crazy things in order to maintain a future. Just saying.
Right.
that is where ultimately, the world is going to be.
Right.
It's a direction.
So whether it's 5 years or 10 years or 15 years, I don't know. But ultimately, there's going to be no need for oil anymore, just like there's no need for stones anymore in the Stone Age.
Right.
From the Flintstones to the
Exactly,
Jetsons.
exactly. From the Flintstones to the Jetsons,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you take a step back and say, what the hell are we fighting over here for? We're fighting over an industry that's seen its better days.
Yeah.
And when we went into Iraq in the 1990s in the Persian Gulf, the United States got most of their oil from the Middle East. Do you know who the number one oil producer in the world is right now?
Isn't it enough?
Take a guess who the number one oil producer in the world is right now.
In the world?
In the world. Which country produces more oil, is more independently wealthy from oil than any other country? Has more oil independence
I
than
have
any
no
other
idea.
country?
Is it in Africa?
You are sitting in that country.
Really?
Is it Texas?
It is the United States of America. Texas is a state.
Oh,
the United
right.
States is the number one oil producer.
All of the United States?
All
Really?
of the United States is the number one. It's because of, I forgot what they call it when they drill down, then they go this way, then they go that
yeah,
way,
yeah, yeah.
and it's fracking. They destroy the environment.
Yeah.
Right.
But the United States is the number one.
Saudi Arabia is number 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
is the number one oil producer. You just looked it up? Yes.
Right off the top of my head. See, technology, the
Yes,
future.
that's right. So we're fighting over oil that the United States itself doesn't even need.
Who's our president, Brad?
Doesn't even need.
Little selfless man named
Yeah.
Trump, right?
So it's now de-escalated, and this is and by the way, I said this yesterday. If I'm North Korea, I am not going to give up my nuclear weapons ever. Why would I never give up my nuclear weapons? Because that is a surefire way for Kim Jong-un, if I'm Kim Jong-un, to be assassinated along with all his top generals because they can't do anything. The only reason why Kim Jong-un is alive right now is the threat of these nuclear weapons that he has.
Right.
Right.
Because everyone's scared to go to war with him.
Yeah.
Because he's crazy.
He's going to hang on to that.
So now, but although Kim Jong-un is saying, wait a second, is Donald Trump even crazier than me?
right.
I don't know. He could be. He could be.
It'd be a good match.
He could be. He could be. I mean, I don't know who's going to out crazy who here.
Right.
Right? So hopefully, to me, I personally don't care about the Middle East oil anymore. One thing I do care about is Iran not having a nuclear weapon because I've seen the damage that they do even without a nuclear weapon. If I'm Donald Trump right now, and I don't think he made the world safer by doing this, but he could perhaps give him an avenue, because the Iranians are saying now, this guy's crazier than us, to make a deal to get rid of nuclear weapons with Iran. I hope.
Right.
I hope that's the case. Meanwhile, last night after the attack, Donald Trump, he tweeted, "All is well. Missiles launched from Iran at 2 military bases located in Iraq. Assessment of casualties and damages taking place now. So far, so good. We have the most powerful and well-equipped military anywhere in the world by far. Turns out that all of these missiles hit nowhere." Okay.
Did you see how he started that tweet? All is well.
All is well. Yes. Now the Iranians, they went on Twitter to say they attacked the Americans, and as a result of that, the people in Iran feel that they got their flesh of meat or whatever it is, their revenge, and they're claiming, at least the Iranians are claiming, that there were Americans who were killed. The United States of America says nobody was even injured.
Wow.
Now, this morning I didn't watch because I'm a lawyer between 9 and 5. But this morning Donald Trump addressed the nation.
Oh, yeah.
He said the American people should be extremely grateful and happy. No Americans were harmed. We suffered no casualties. All our soldiers are safe, and minimal damage was sustained at our military bases. He continued by stating Iran appears to be standing down, which is a good thing for all parties concerned, and a very good thing for the world.
Wait,
now, what was weird about what happened, not weird, it's actually sad, what happened is right around the time that Iran launched these missiles within an hour of Iran launching these missiles into Iraq, 21 or 22 missiles, whatever it was, a Boeing 737, brand new airplane, built in 2016. Not one of these Boeing 737 MAX things that crash. Like the real Boeing 737s, the ones that have been around. The good ones. The ones that have been around for 35 years that never crash. All of a sudden, over Iran, a Ukrainian airline over Iran with 167 passengers, 9 crew members, making that 176 people. The plane crashed. Wow. Now, all people are dead. According to the news reports, it was not a malfunction. The plane didn't crash because the pilot made an error, pressed the wrong button. The plane was on fire.
Yikes.
Boeing 737s do not just catch on fire.
Right.
Okay? Yes, maybe there was a malfunction. And if there's a malfunction, the plane can crash. Doesn't fly straight, fly zigzag. You know, the air doesn't go under the wing. Crashes, yes. But for a plane to blow up on fire in the middle of the air over Iran within 1 hour of
Takeoff.
Within 10 minutes of takeoff, but within the same hour that Iran launched 22 missiles at Iraq. And according to safety experts, from what I have seen, I'm no safety expert on airplanes, but everything I've seen so far about this, there's not a safety expert that says planes just catch on fire and crash.
Right.
The only time planes catch on fire and crash is when it's bombed. Okay, because even if there's a fire in an engine, the whole plane wouldn't go and explode and crash. They would shut off the engine. They said it would be so extraordinarily crazy for that to happen. As a matter of fact, the last time that I recall a plane catching on fire and crashing, there was a TWA crash back in 1996.
Yeah.
747. TWA doesn't exist anymore because of that crash.
My uncle was actually
supposed to be on that plane.
No, he worked with TWA for decades.
So that was the last time a plane caught on fire because of an electrical short, and 30 years ago. So it's very unusual.
Right.
Very unusual that would happen. And Iran is not going to turn over the black boxes to Boeing or the United States of America. So we'll find out more about what's going on with that. But I think, my opinion, is it was a murder by somebody, intentionally or unintentionally. Whether it was anti-missiles or an actual missile, I don't know. We got to get to Hump Day.
We do. It's 6:30.
It's 6:30. Let's get to Hump Day news. Do we have some Hump Day news? We got some camels.
Let them out.
All right.
Hump Day.
It's Hump.
So I got a lot of Hump Day news here. I don't know what we got here. I am always surprised by I always like to be surprised by the Hump Day news. Because the reason why I like to be surprised by the Hump Day news is because it makes me laugh. If I know what it's going to be ahead of time,
then it won't make you
it
laugh.
doesn't make me laugh. And if anybody knows anything about Uncle Brad,
he likes to laugh.
He likes to laugh. All right, so we're going to do some Hump Day news. What do we got here? So in Tempe, Arizona, Nesquik, there is a artist who's committing graffiti all over. And this artist has taken a very Hump Day-ish name. He calls himself Penis Man.
I knew it was going
He
there.
calls himself Penis Man, and Penis Man is now going viral around the world. He is writing Penis Man. If you Google Penis Man right now, that's right, Julian, the TriCaster guy. If you Google Penis Man, he's going viral around the world. He's writing Penis Man all over every wall in Tempe, Arizona.
Oh my!
The unnamed vandal, he's been scrolling Penis Man on all sorts of surfaces in Tempe, including abandoned buildings, traffic light poles, dumpsters, and couches thrown out on the street. Now, according to ABC Local News 15 in Arizona, he has struck more than 40 times in the last 8 weeks. Now, he is striking with his moniker, Penis Man. That's how he strikes. I love that, like, Penis Man strikes again.
Look for Penis Man.
No sign is safe.
Okay,
no sign is safe. So now Tempe authorities have been working hard to identify and erase every Penis Man graffiti all over the city. But they're saying that as soon as they erase the Penis Man graffiti, another Penis Man shows up 24 hours later. Yes, he is basically, like how JetBlue is carbon neutral.
Right.
Every time they pollute the atmosphere, they plant some more trees.
Right.
Well, every time I think Penis Man is also graffiti neutral. Every time Tempe police take down some of his Penis Man graffiti, a new one goes up.
One come up.
A lot of work. You can't be doing this alone.
Now,
Never know.
maybe not. Maybe it's a team of Penis Men.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, maybe it is a team. Yeah, there could be a team of Penis
I'm
Men.
telling you, they'd have to rotate. Someone has to catch this guy.
Maybe. Well, if he does get arrested, he can face felony charges.
Yikes.
Yeah. So.
It's funny till then.
Right.
All right. So this is odd. Does anybody here have a foot fetish?
Oh, I know this story.
You know this one?
Yes. This. I sent this one.
You sent this one. So there's a popular site for people with foot fetishes. I have it saved on my phone.
What?
No, I don't. But if I did have a foot fetish.
Got a little worried
Right.
there, Brad.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
But tell you the truth, of all the body parts that I could have a fetish on, I don't think the feet would be it.
It's so interesting, people that do have
Yeah, but people
To each
have
his
it.
own.
They
People
do.
have
I
it.
mean, we're about to find out about this person.
Yeah, so there's a photo sharing foot fetish website now.
Oh, this is not what I know.
Yes, in 2016, it was described by Vice News Media as the most extensive online message board and photo gallery
Oh, what
of
the
feet
hell?
on the internet. It's called WikiFeet.
Wow.
So now there is a new way.
Wow.
There is a new way to satisfy if WikiFeet just is not enough anymore.
fetishes.
Okay, a company by the name of MSCHF, better known as Mischief, has been creating artificially. A company by the name of Mischief has been creating artificially created pranks for the internet. Firstly, created thispersondoesn'texist.com. An AI-powered site that generated creepily realistic humans. Now we have thisfootdoesnotexist.com. Is this what you sent?
No, this is
Okay.
not.
As the name suggests, it's kind of like WikiFeet, but for fake feet. And the site relies on artificial intelligence to produce realistic images of feet, but none of these feet that you're looking at right now are actually real feet.
Oh,
but it's
what?
turning some people on somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the Brad squad at this very moment, somebody is really getting
Excited.
charged. Somebody's getting charged by those feet.
Everyone's excited.
Yes. So now what they will also do is, if that's not enough, if you just need to be going about your day and getting your share of feet sent to you for a small fee, you can text your phone number and the robot-generated AI software will send you pictures of fake feet all day long. Just in case you're at work, like let's say for example, you're on a streaming show for 2 hours. And if you're on this streaming show and you're just obsessed with, excuse me one second. Oh my God! Oh, sorry. And you're
You've got mail.
Yes, you got mail, exactly.
Hopefully that doesn't happen during your
Yeah,
consultation.
so meanwhile, I can tell you one person who I know would love to have this software.
We're pointing people out here.
No, nobody here.
This might be the one.
Yes. In Bradenton, Florida.
Yes.
There was a man got an unusual visitor on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
We're talking more feet here. According to the Manatee County Sheriff's Department, a man was sleeping, and he woke up to having another man sucking his toes in his home.
What?
When the victim asked his visitor what was going on, the man said, "I'm here to suck your toes." It's a true story. The victim fought back. He fought back by wiggling his big toe in the man's mouth, trying to knock out. No, I don't know how he fought back.
I'm like, Brad.
But only to have the alleged toe sucker attempt to grab the victim's genitals before claiming he had a gun. So now the man wakes up. He's having his toes licked. Then the man grabs him by the balls, the toe licker, and says, "I got a gun. Don't move your feet."
Oh my goodness.
The victim says he never saw the gun. He managed to force the suspect out of his home. The accused toe sucker then smashed a window in his home, destroyed the victim's car shield. The police are taking DNA swabs
I can't.
From his
toes. And the victim, last we heard, is on his way to a dermatologist.
Well, that's one serial extravaganza.
How do you wake up to a stranger sucking your toes?
First of all, was your door open? How do you get inside?
Burglars. I mean,
that's the easy part, right?
Right.
The rest is what gets a little tricky.
So I don't know if this is Hump Day news, but we're throwing it in anyway.
All right.
It's a little bizarre, more than Hump Day, but a man everyone's trying to outdo engagements.
Oh God.
Okay, how can I make an
love
engagement?
To see
How can I make, you see the viral videos of the band and
Right.
the people dancing, like all
You break into
song and everything.
Yeah.
A flash mob.
Right, flash mob, exactly. Well, this man, I don't know where he is.
Best proposal
but
of
his
2020
name,
thus far.
his name is Ray Giuliano, and he thought in Erie County, New York. And Ray thought he came up with a great idea how to get engaged to his girlfriend. He said he is going to stage a faked armed robbery of his girlfriend, terrify her to death, and then ask her to marry him. In December, Giuliano staged an armed robbery at a convenience store in Erie County, New York, to propose to his girlfriend because for some reason the groom thought the elaborate prank would be a great way to pop the question.
Idiot.
Wow.
He told Inside Edition, "I was going for scared with a happy moment afterwards. I wasn't going for, quote, terrified." But terrified is what he got, according to the security footage that captured the proposal. In the video, a man appears to be attempting to rob the convenience store with a gun before leaving and then coming back in. He then follows the store clerk, Giuliano, and his frightened girlfriend into the back. Oh, so Giuliano is the store clerk. He hired someone to come and pretend that they're robbing the store. In the footage, Giuliano's then girlfriend is seen cowering on the floor and begging for her life as the robber approaches the pair and asks the woman if this is Giuliano's girl before stating that he doesn't see a ring on her finger.
There you go. I don't see a ring. Yeah, we're not married. Oh, please, no. Will you marry me? What?
Whoa, he's like, you're right, we are
you
married.
serious?
Yeah. So
said,
Giuliano replied that the two aren't married, which prompted the pretend robber to reach into his bag, hand the ring to Giuliano, who then turns and proposes to his terrified, crying girlfriend.
Oh my God.
Who only moments before was crying out, "Oh, please, no! Please, no!"
So
she
said yes.
accepted.
Right.
She said that she thought the guy was going to kill her.
I mean, like, with stuff like that.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, but you're with somebody, you know the type of person he is, so she's probably, like, not that surprised that he, did something like that.
That he was so romantic.
Now, the the woman called him a bonehead for the stunt. And according to Giuliano, he's apologized 7,293 times. The girlfriend has since returned the ring and asked for double the size just for scaring the hell out of her.
Wow.
No, I made that up.
Oh, that would have made sense.
Fair. That would have been right. That would have been fair.
But in an attempt to be a little more romantic, Giuliano then brought his girlfriend to Manhattan Central Park and over a bridge.
Oh, see that?
Over one of the bridges over the lake in Central Park.
Threw her over.
He asked her
Like
to marry
Scared her again.
he asked to marry right after he hired 6 punks to make pretend they were bugging him.
Right.
It's an ongoing. He had to keep it going.
Yes. All right, and finally, before we get into our immigration,
Yes.
our meat and potatoes. There's a model, and she's raising money for the Australian fire relief by selling nude photos of herself.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. As the bushfires rage in Australia, 20-year-old model is selling
Hey, Brad,
pictures
look.
of her own bush.
Look.
Right. Right.
Yes, pictures of her own bush. Kaylin Ward says she raised over $500,000 in just 3 days by offering to send nudes to anyone who sent a proof that they donated $10 or more to bushfire relief organizations. So that's good. I'm glad that she's not accepting the money, because then I would be like, how do we know the money's going anywhere? But all she's saying is, you prove to me you donated money, I'll send you a picture of me nude.
Right.
So I'm sending nudes. She says, I'm sending nudes to every person who donates at least $10 to any one of these fundraisers for the wildfires in Australia. Ward tweeted on Friday alongside with a censored nude photo of herself and a list of suggested charities. Every $10 you donate equals 1 nude picture of me into your DM.
Wow.
And you must send me confirmation. By Monday, the post has gone viral, getting over 73,000 retweets, and she has raised over $700,000.
Damn.
Now, for me personally, I have collected over 400 nude pictures of this woman in the last 24. No, I'm only kidding. I have not.
Just to give back to all the things.
Now, she also tweeted on Sunday that because of her tweet, her family has disowned her.
Oh.
And the guy she is dating will not talk to her.
Yeah. She
naked
was
philanthropist.
dating someone?
And her response is, fuck it, I'm saving the koalas. So that's how much, I guess it goes to how much did you respect your boyfriend to even have a discussion with this. Let me ask you a question, Yonathan.
Hell no.
Okay? Would you, if your
Hell
girlfriend
no.
said, I'm gonna,
cause.
if your girlfriend said it's for a good cause, okay?
Hell no.
$750,000,
I don't
Jonathan.
give a flying...
Well, let me ask you this, okay?
Censor my mouth like she should be censoring her body.
She has gained a lot of fame from this and raised a lot of awareness for this.
Right.
Okay. Take a look at what's her name, Emily Radzinkowski. What's her name? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
She was in. She was in the Blurred Lines video. Nobody knew who she was. She took her top off in the Blurred Lines video, and now all of a sudden she's very famous. She's with the same guy.
Right. Now, what money was raised for that?
You such a prude, Yo-Yo?
So would you take off your clothes for the greater good?
Not me. I'm not the naked
But
philanthropist.
would you? Why not? You can help the koalas.
I'll find a different form of helping the koalas.
There you go. And my girl can too.
It's not my brand.
That's right.
It's not what.
So you would break up with her.
Kind of goes
Absolutely.
Even if she said
Especially if she did it without
doing without it is a little disrespectful. But if she said
consent.
to you in advance, baby, I love you, okay?
Said baby boy,
baby boy, Yo-Yo, I love you.
Yeah.
I want to be with you forever. No man can ever replace you in my heart.
But first,
I got to save the koalas and send naked pictures of me to hundreds of thousands of people. But I'm going to do it for a good deed, and I want you to support me. Would you feel differently?
Absolutely not.
And what Jilly says to me is she's an online sex worker.
What it is.
I was just gonna say, I'm sure that she's probably. This is not the first time we're kind of sending nudes or is a thing, but for $10.
It's $10 a nude.
I know, but
yeah, that right there already turning me off. It's like that's what you feel like you're worth.
What price do you put on it?
Yeah, I'm okay.
But 100? Then we really would have saved a lot more koalas.
No, go date your koala.
What
if
it was $20?
No, first of all, that's disgusting for my woman to have her nudes out to thousands of people. Like, it's supposed to be sacred.
Now, Stacey Ann Daniels says, "Go girl."
Yeah, go girl, because
All
that
right,
ain't her man doing that.
Jessica Levy says dumb AF.
Yes.
All right. And Pauline says there's some really crazy people out there.
There is.
I have someone that says I'm not understanding this. Me either.
Right. Well, I will say this. I agree with Yo-Yo. I'd say adios.
Oh, I know that for a fact.
I would say adios. But I'm conservative, Uncle Brad.
Right. Even
Oh, I am
ignorant.
when it comes to relationships.
I am very conservative, Uncle Brad.
I don't know, you got me twisted.
What?
You got me twisted. If you could ever think
I
that
would
I
never-
would be okay with that.
I know you would not be
Would
okay
your
with
boyfriend
that.
be okay with that? That's quick.
Absolutely not. No.
Not in a million
shot.
years.
Listen, we both gonna be naked
Right.
together.
What
all right?
about just like a lingerie shot? Would he be okay with a lingerie shot? No.
No.
Nothing.
No. I mean, anyways.
Don't be ready. Don't say nothing now.
No.
Look, let's go.
All right, everybody. That's our Hump Day news. Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias and Vanessa Contreras. Why don't you tell everybody what to do? Start some watch parties while I get
Yes,
ready
real
to do
quick.
some.
Real quick. I need everybody on Facebook right now to start your watch parties. All right? All you have to do is click share. A couple options down that says start or host a watch party. It'll let you know how many friends you have online. It will literally send a ding notification to every single one of them. You see that finger doing it? Hit that start, hit that share, hit host a watch party. It takes this video from this account to your profile, and you get to host it all on your own.
Why watch alone when you can watch with some friends and host this watch party? We've already discussed it before. Brad is getting ready to answer tons of immigration questions with so much information that could be helpful to not only you, but a friend. So make sure you start your watch party and host it now on Facebook.
Yes.
On YouTube, though, team, make sure that we are subscribed, that you turn on your notification bell, and that you share the post here as well. You can share via YouTube and let everyone know that the Brad Show is on now and that he's about to answer your immigration questions.
Also, last but not least, we need you guys all to throw the thumbs up on YouTube. Do that right now. Make that gray thumb blue, okay?
Yep.
Blue, make our skies blue, all right? It helps out a lot, all right?
I only
It
have
helps.
23 thumbs up right now on YouTube, and I have how many thumbs up? Some likes on Facebook. Let's get those numbers
They're
up there.
gonna make me
it up.
cry.
Yeah.
Let's get it up. Don't make
Uncle Brad cry.
It's not
We don't
great.
wanna-
Why?
We don't like Uncle Brad crying. All right, guys, this is what you guys have been waiting for, the meat and potatoes of the show. This is where you call in and get your answers to your immigration questions.
All right. We're going to go to Sandy in Atlanta, Georgia. Sandy.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Brad. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, I went for my I-485 interview on November, and the interview went well. And after the interview, the officer, she says that she'll make a decision by the next day, and I should look out for a mail. And up until now, I haven't received a mail. When I
How
checked
long
in
has
the
it been?
system-
It's November?
November, yes.
Okay, so you got to give them 120 days before you get nervous. If the officer said everything went well, I assume you'll get something. You know, you got to remember everybody slows down over Christmas too. So it was November, December. By what day in
No,
November?
I'm saying that everything goes well, because at the end of the interview, she asked me, "What name would you like on your green?"
I understand that,
green
right. So
card?"
that means you got
Okay.
approved, but you got to give them 120 days to get it out to you. And what I'm saying that
Okay,
sometimes
but-
things go slow because it's the holidays. Officers do different
Okay,
things.
and when
but-
I went online, it haven't updated. Still saying that my interview was scheduled.
Give them 120 days, and then if you
Okay,
still don't have,
Brad.
that's what you got. That's what the law says. So you got to give them 120 days. If no response by then, call back.
Okay, Brad. Thank you.
All right, and good luck. I'm sure you'll get it shortly. Maybe in the mail tomorrow
Thank
for
you.
all we know. Okay.
Okay, Brad. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. So, Sandy in Boston, how are you?
Hi, how you doing, Brad?
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good, good. What can I do to help you?
Okay, I am a citizen, and my husband lives in Nigeria, and I filled out the I-130 in September 2019. My question is to you, do I have to put him on my taxes for 2019?
Well, you would basically file married filing separately simply because he's not living with you at the moment.
Okay. And I know you answer this question a lot. I know you don't have the crystal ball and stuff like that.
I do have it
You
today.
do?
I have it. That is not true. Swami Brad has it. Yes.
Okay, so my question is,
Yes.
when do I inquire about my I-130? Is it after 365 days if I don't hear from USCIS?
When should Sandy, who filed for her husband in Nigeria, inquire? It doesn't give you an exact day, but the crystal ball says should be approved soon. Yes, but 12 months, you got to give him 12 months. But you should hopefully hear
All right.
before then. All right?
All right, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. All right, let's go to Ed in Orlando. Ed.
Hello?
Oh, it's Muhammad in Orlando. Muhammad.
Yes, hello?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Good. It's funny because on my screen, I only got the last two letters of your name. So it said Ed, but it's actually Muhammad. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's okay.
What's going on?
Okay, so I've been here in the United States nearly 8 years. And I have a green card. It's a 10-year green card. And so far, I haven't applied for citizenship because I have a conviction.
For what?
I got arrested 2 years. I got arrested 2 years ago. It was 2 charges, 2 stalking, misdemeanor, and one of them dismissed, and the other one lowered to trespassing. So I have.
So you have one 1 second. So you have one misdemeanor for stalking somebody. So you got emotionally crazy after you broke up with somebody, I guess, or you were just infatuated with somebody. The second time was basically not even a crime. So it sounds like you have one petty offense. Is that correct?
So this is what happened. Back in 2016, I got arrested and I got 2 charges. One of them was stalking in the 4th degree, and then the other one was harassment in the 2nd degree.
Okay.
So they lowered my stalking to the 4th degree to disorderly conduct.
And where did this happen?
That was 2016.
Where?
November 2016.
Where?
New York.
New York. Okay. So you have a disorderly conduct, and then what else?
And then my harassment, the 2nd degree, that it tells me dismissed.
Okay. So basically, you have an arrest that turned into a violation, and that's the only thing that you have. Or you have something else.
And then 2017, I got arrested again. And I got 2 charges at the same day.
For what?
Both of them were stalking in the 4th degree.
Again?
One of them dismissed. Yeah, one of them dismissed.
Is this like an ex-girlfriend?
Something like that.
Why are you letting your ex-girlfriend drive you crazy like this, Mohammed?
I don't know.
Screwing you up, man.
I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one of them dismissed, and then the other one, they lowered to trespassing to the 3rd degree.
All right. So trespassing in the 3rd degree, is that a violation or an A misdemeanor?
Misdemeanor.
Is it a B misdemeanor or an A?
B.
Okay, but you didn't go to jail.
No.
Okay.
I paid fine.
All right. So your first offense, the first stalking craziness that you did, is not a crime. The second stalking craziness that you did is a petty offense. You're allowed one petty offense and still not be deported and still be able to travel back and forth into the United States of America. You need to have 5. You married to a citizen, or how'd you get your green card?
I came with my family as a refugee.
Okay. So you need 5 years good moral character. Did you have a probation with this second offense?
I had a conditional discharge. Like I had to stay out of trouble for 1 year.
Okay, so when was that up? When was that up? When was that up?
That was last month.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So
last
guess
month,
what, Mohammed?
So I'm clear now.
Mohammed, you have now 4 years and 11 months to keep out of trouble, not get arrested, and then you will apply for your citizenship. But I believe if you would apply now, they would deny you because you have 2 arrests within a 5-year period for the same exact thing, for having some woman make you crazy. Okay? Yeah. So there's not your citizenship. I mean, you can try to apply for it. Nothing bad will happen. But my guess is, and I'm pretty good at guessing this stuff, you would be denied. You need 5 years good moral character. You got 4 more years and 11 months to straighten up and not go crazy anymore.
So you think if I give it a shot, it's not gonna put me in trouble or something? You know, like
based on what you told me, you're not deportable. So the worst they'll say is no. You can give it a shot. But if you want to be certain, have a consultation with me. Let me just make sure what happened is what happened. So that way, when you do file your citizenship, you're not a deportable alien. It's the only thing you got to be concerned about. But based on what you told me, you're not deportable. I don't think they're going to grant you citizenship, but I don't think you're deportable based on what you told me. But hold on one second. All right. That is just somebody driving somebody crazy, right?
Yeah, he was on it.
He was on it. Got to let it go at some point. Right?
I think he got it now.
Right? You think so? Got to let it go.
Hope so.
Yes. Wait. Ghost of Yo-Yo? Ghost of Yo-Yo! Yo-Yo, stop hiding under the desk. All right. Let's go to Sammy in Fremont. Sammy.
Hey, hi, Brad. How are you?
Right. And by the way, Sandra Salinas says maybe it was a man who did that to him. Yes, we don't know. Right. Okay, so yes, I couldn't necessarily blame a woman. It could have been a man, as Sandra Salinas says. Yes, Sammy in Fremont, California. What can I do to help you?
Hey, Brad. I got married on June 2018.
Yes.
So my interview has been on December 31st, 2019. Okay. So if they said that they will send me some online, to check my case status. So if I get approved on June 2020, after June 2020, do I get 10 years green card or else 2 years green card?
When did you get married?
June 2018.
Yes. If you get approved after the 2nd year anniversary of your marriage, you would get a 10-year card.
Okay, but for one of my friend, he got only for 2 years. Even if he got an approved after
then immigration made a mistake. If that happens, then immigration made a mistake, and he should reapply for an I-90 and say they mailed him the wrong type of card.
Okay, thank you. And one more question is that on the interview date, so I forgot to submit my marriage pictures. So and she gave me a letter stating that you may call for the second interview and your case has been in review.
Okay, so that means you're going to get a second interview. And you'll have to prove it's a bona fide marriage in your second interview. The good news is probably the second interview will happen after your 2nd year anniversary, so you'll only have to go through this once.
Okay.
All right, hang in there.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's go to Andrew in Manhattan. Andrew.
Yeah, good night, Brad.
Good night, how are you?
Yeah, first I want to say you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I have a I-751 case pending.
Mm-hmm.
When I check it online, it says I have a review date set. So I have a question. After my divorce in 2017, I have a child. Is that going to be a problem?
No, because you had the child after you got divorced, after your marriage broke up. You're allowed to enter into a new relationship.
Okay, and next question. So, to remove condition from the I-751, for now it's divorce, final divorce. I get the decree and everything. So I submit proof of address, giant tax return, pictures, affidavits of support. Is enough to approve my case?
Magic 8 Ball. I have not seen any of these pictures. I'm asking the Magic 8 Ball, 1 second. I have not seen any of these pictures. I have no idea, other than he gave me a list of 4 things he may have submitted. I don't know what is in those documents. I don't know what those pictures look like. Will this man get approved? You said Magic 8 Ball says the outlook's looking good. I personally, though, I have no idea. Okay, without looking to see the quality of the things that you submitted, I would have no idea.
So it's like giant bomb.
Again, I don't know what you. Yes, it all sounds good, but I have no idea unless I actually look at it. I really wouldn't
Okay,
know.
and next.
Okay.
Next. Okay, a final question.
Final question.
For the interview date, when I checked my status online, it told me from December 11th. I see your cases are scheduled for an interview. How long would you think I would get the notice?
It's about
would it take?
18 to 20 months from the time you file the I-751.
Yeah, but the case has reached to a interview stage at the moment.
And again, it's 18 to 20 months from the initial filing of your application. That's when you should get your interview.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, last question.
No, you already asked the last question 3 times. Okay, that was literally, he's now on his 4th last question. This will be it, though. Last.
Okay, so my info pass, I have an info pass. It's going to expire on the 13th of this month, but I already have the letter for my work permit. You think I should renew it?
For not your info pass, your advanced parole.
Oh.
I don't understand.
Okay.
What do you mean you have a letter for info pass? Info pass is to speak to an officer.
No, the info pass, the stamp in your book that I get to prove that authorized to work.
You're asking, you have an I-551 stamp that you got on an info pass appointment. Do you need to renew it? The answer is yes, you should.
So I should?
Yes.
Because I'm currently working.
Yes,
so.
And you need to show proof that you're legal.
Okay.
All right?
All right, thank you.
Right. Vanessa and Yo-Yo, let me tell you 2 things I do not know how to answer.
Okay, let us know.
I'm here out of status. How do I get a green card? I don't know. We need to have a consultation.
You have to have a consultation, yes.
Let me give you a list of documents I submitted to immigration. Will I be approved? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Only the Magic 8 Ball knows the answers to those questions. Let's go to Rabbi in Brooklyn, New York. Rabbi.
Yes, hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, what's going on?
Sir, my question is, I have a marriage-based interview on November 18, and the interviewer told me I should get I have to wait 120 days, and they let me know what's going on. And it's been over a year. I never get any decision from them.
You watch my show ever?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You ever hear me say the word mandamus?
Yeah, I heard that, and I saw.
That's what you need to do. All right. If you go on an interview, and they tell you they're going to give you a decision in 120 days, and there's no decision, you file a mandamus. And one of 3 things will happen. You'll either get an approval, you'll get a denial, or you'll get a notice for a Stokes. But either way, in any one of those 3 situations, your case is moving forward and will be completed shortly. That's what you need to do.
Okay. My another question is, this is the only case is happening with me, or everybody has the same situation?
Well, I would say that we get that question asked at least 2, 3, 4 times a show. So it happens in a majority of cases, so hold on. Well, there we go. The technology is working. Let's go to Leah in Washington, D.C. Leah.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good. Hi, how are you? Good. So I'm a Canadian citizen and I moved in the U.S. because my husband is working in the embassy. So my visa right now is A2, but I'm a dependent and I'm not allowed to work. And then I found an employer and they are willing to sponsor me through firm. So how long would it take?
Where are you from? Canada? You're a Canadian citizen?
Yeah, I'm from Canada. Now I'm living in Maryland.
What is the employment?
I'm sorry. So how long? And I found
what type of employment are you talking about?
They are looking for like a house manager.
Okay, so you would be working as a domestic worker. So number one, if you were to work out of status, you would have to go home to Canada to pick up your green card. But a job sponsorship, assuming you're going to work prospectively, meaning that they're not going to hire you now, but they promise to hire you when you get your green card, provided you don't violate your status. From Canada could be as quick as a year.
Okay, so I have to maintain my A2 visa. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, hold on one second, but it'll be fast. Hold on one second, okay? You'll have a consultation. Let's go to Ricky in Queens, New York. Ricky.
Hi, Ricky. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Brad.
How are you, Ricky?
I'm good. Thank you very much for asking.
Okay.
And Brad, you are really doing a good job, and everyone is very happy with this program. You are really great. And something is important, is very interesting case. My friend is applied for the WAWA petition 2018, month of June. And he got in asking September 2018 for the RFE, and they submit, and he got the prima facie paper. And the prima facie letter is expired last year. Now he's very upset. No any status, nothing, and it's almost 2 years.
Right.
And when he went to the attorney office, he saw there is one lady. The woman she got everything within 7 months. What is that?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what he did. Although it's good news that he got a prima facie, which means that on the face of it, everything looks good. Did he file an adjustment application or just an I-360?
Everything. They filed everything.
Well, hopefully he'll get an interview soon. I don't know the answer to why some people go faster than others. I could make assumptions or I could take guesses. A lot of times it depends on what country the person's from, because they do different background checks or more stringent background checks depending on where they're from. Sometimes it's just luck of the draw, which pile you get into. Sometimes, one case that looks like a slam dunk, the other case, maybe they have some other issues. I don't know. There's 100 different reasons why one case goes faster than the other. And I gave up a long time ago trying to figure out why. The only thing that I do, instead of figuring out why, is let's get to the finish line. So you get to the finish line by filing perfect case. And two, you get to the finish line if you haven't filed the perfect case, but you should get approved and they're delaying it. They're violating your rights by filing mandamuses. Those are your two choices. But do I know? You're asking me the reason why a case got delayed? I don't have the slightest idea.
Yeah, because he's very upset. He saw there's a lot of people who filed the WAWA case, and even they apply the citizenship after 3 years. Somebody said, no, you can apply after 5 years.
Then he should come in, then he should come in and see me. Hold on. But I don't know the reason why a case is delayed. Yeah. I know I can fix it.
That's all you can say.
That's right.
If it's brought to you.
Correct. Now, correct.
That
that's
part.
Quick. Correct, that's quick.
See how quick that was?
Yeah. By the way, everybody, let me introduce you to That's Quick.
Here I am.
All right, so let me, in today's Spar Bernstein's Close-Up, attorney Jamila Luke discusses a common question clients commonly ask her. Let's watch.
One of the most common questions that I'm asked by my clients is, do I really need to gather all of these documents? Yes. The answer is yes. Why not? My clients often say it's going to be too cumbersome. I'm going to have to take time off of work. Or the documents that you're asking me for is in my home country. I'm going to have to inconvenience somebody else to go to that country and gather those documents. Or it's going to take forever for those documents to come in. Regardless of the circumstance, it's to your betterment to receive all of these documents in a timely fashion and have your immigration team review them. The lists that we produce for our clients are usually based on our experiences over the years in dealing with USCIS or dealing with immigration court. They are documents that we request to put you in the best position for success with your case. In terms of USCIS, sometimes if you don't have some of these documents, it delays your case. In other cases, lack of documentation will actually close out your case altogether, which may place the client in removal proceedings. We don't want this. So it's best to be proactive. It is best to gather more documents than not. And at the end of the day, look, You may end up in a position where you have more documents than you need. It's better to have more documents and not need them than to have less documents and that be the reason why you end up in immigration proceedings or deportation court.
Successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. All right, Latoya in Brooklyn. Latoya, how are you?
Hi, Brad. Good night.
Good night. What's going on?
I filed VAWA, the I-360. I got approved for my VAWA case, but they also put me in defer action.
Huh?
Hello?
I'm listening.
They approved my VAWA case, and I came here as a minor.
Did you file an adjustment application?
No, I didn't file my adjustment.
So go do
yet.
it now. It
That's
doesn't
what I'm
matter
trying to
it doesn't matter how you entered the country. As a VAWA applicant, you can file an adjustment. That's what you should be doing right now. You should have done it.
So
you should have done it simultaneously to the VAWA. You'd have a green card today.
Oh, so I just file the 485 by itself?
With the approval of the I-360 and follow the instructions, or come see me. But it should have been done. It should have been done together. And it doesn't matter how you entered America, even if you entered without inspection. If you have a VAWA, you're eligible to adjust. So adjust. Okay, that's what you need to do. Let's go to Bridget in Cleveland. Bridget.
Hello.
Hi, Bridget.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good night, Brad.
Good night.
I'm well. And yourself?
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay. I'm calling because I filed for my husband. He's in Jamaica. And they denied him.
Why?
Why
did they deny him?
Said grounds of inadmissibility under Section 212H.
What did he do wrong? What did he do wrong?
He had a criminal background.
What's the criminal background?
In 2006, he assaulted someone, and then in 2010, it was like he stole something. I can't remember the exact name.
So he needs waivers.
Right. So I filed the I-601.
Right.
I filed the I-601 waiver.
You did it on your own?
And yes.
You're not getting it approved. Not a chance in hell.
And I received the RFE.
Not a chance in hell you're getting it approved. Okay? Why you think you could fill out a form and think it would get approved? An I-601 waiver actually needs a real lawyer to get it approved. It's not just fill out a form. So hold on one second. You got to prove.
Well, I filled out the form. I sent in all the documents, and they sent me back a letter.
What documents? Let me hear you. All the documents you sent. You think that you did it right.
Okay. So all the documents that I sent to them, I sent my doctor's notice, my doctor's letters. I got a letter from my therapist saying that I was under extreme stress, and all my doctor's notes, showing that I've been getting treatment for stress and medication, all my health issues. I sent them my employment verification information. I'm sorry?
Did you give a statement from yourself?
Yes, I wrote a statement for myself. My husband wrote a statement. Friends, family, his councilwoman in Jamaica.
All right, so then why are you calling me for?
Because I got this RFE thing.
I'm telling you, you didn't do it right. And then you said, no, I did it right. I sent all the documents. So I said, let me hear. So then I said, okay, sounds like you're
I sent all the documents that I saw that I needed to send.
You didn't do it right, obviously. Come see me. Hold on. Let's go to Jorge in Los Angeles.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, how you doing? So I'm calling. So I have two DUIs, right? One 2018 and one 2019, and my green card expires in 2021. Am I curious as to will they be able to let me renew it?
Wait, what happened again? Tell me again.
I got a DUI. I got two different DUI convictions. One 2018 and one 2019. And my green card.
DUI is not a deportable offense. DWI is. So as long as
it doesn't matter even if it's in California, because I know you're in New York and you say that a lot.
Well, I do say that a lot, and that's the general rule. If you want to be 100% certain, have a consultation with me. I'm happy to look at your disposition You can't become a citizen. I know that because you're going to need 5 years
Yeah,
of moral character.
that's what I was thinking, that they would deny my naturalization.
They're going to deny your naturalization and would renew your green card. But before you do anything, let's confirm that we're all talking the same thing here. So I would have a consultation. Hold on. Let's go to Steve in Reno, Nevada. Steve.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. So my wife filed for me. Basically, I filed to my wife. She's a citizen.
Right.
And my problem is that I used to live in California. I have a California driver's license.
Right.
And I moved to Reno, Nevada for my wife.
Okay.
So we live together.
Right.
The issue is that even though Nevada gives drivers authorization to people out of status, it's not considered an ID. So my California driver's license is the only valid ID I have.
What about a passport?
I didn't. My passport is expired a long time ago, and my country doesn't renew it unless I show them a green card.
What country are you from? I never heard that.
Romania.
Romania doesn't renew a passport unless you show them a green card? Wow. That's news to me, but okay. So your question is what?
Question is like how much trouble I'm gonna get. Why am I in trouble with immigration because of this? Because I still have a California.
No, because you need an ID, and when you go for your interview, you'll show your expired. You'll show your Nevada driver's license and your expired passport. That's the best you can do.
Okay, and the other thing is, again, like because my passport is not valid, I won't have any issues on the interview because of this.
No, you just won't be able to get a temporary stamp in your passport. You would have to wait for the green card to be mailed to you.
And actually, the final one, I just did the biometrics last week, and I just got another letter that I need to go into biometrics next week again.
So go do it. Maybe they didn't capture your fingerprints properly.
Thank you so much. Keep up the good work.
Don't look into it that much. It's a lot of times you take a fingerprint, it gets smudged or whatever, so they ask you to do it again.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate it. All right. Let's go to. By the way, I'm laughing. I see Marsha McCalla. She's yelling at that lady with the waiver. She says, "Lady, don't send up Brad's pressure." All right. Now my pressure's not up. Don't worry. I'm just, you got to prove extreme and unusual hardship, and having your doctor write a letter. Most likely, the doctor is a doctor and not a lawyer, and doesn't know the words to use or what immigration wants to see.
Right.
That you would be able to prove extreme and unusual hardship. The doctor wrote a letter, most likely saying, "I'm treating this lady for stress."
Right.
That's probably what's in the letter. Lots of people have stress.
Right.
I have stress.
Okay.
You have stress?
Yep.
Yo-Yo would have stress if his girlfriend was sending nude pictures to everybody. We learned that.
To raise money.
To raise money for the koalas.
That actually would not stress me because that's an easy get out of the house.
So, you got to put it all together. You got to use the right words and do the same thing. So that's what I was trying to say. All right, let's go to Steve in Washington, D.C. Steve.
Hi, Brad. This is Steve.
Yes.
I had a few questions on a K-1 visa application from my fiance in the Philippines.
Okay.
I received an RFE for an arrest of simple assault that I had 10 years ago. It was a bar fight. It's in D.C., so they call it no paper, no charges were filed, and I got a one-page letter from the court, with the raised seal saying that, basically there's no court cases for me and whatever. So, the charges weren't even filed. They don't even have any documentation. But in the RFE letter, they ask for the court letter, which I have, and they ask for the police record. Now, the police record I have as well, but the details of that police record are not that pleasant.
It doesn't really, it doesn't matter. You could be, I don't know why they would ask for it, but quite frankly, you could be a mass murderer. You're still entitled, as long as there's no warrant out for your arrest, you're still entitled to file a fiancé visa. The only time you're not entitled to file a fiancé visa is if the arrest had to do with sexual abuse of a minor. So that would be the only reason why they would ask you for this. But they're asking you for it. Don't worry about the details inside of the police report unless you believe those details would demonstrate that you're sexually abusing a minor as part of this incident.
Well, yeah, it's not about that. Basically, I'm at a bar. I'm talking to a girl.
That's fine.
We argue. She slaps me. According to police report, I hit her, and then a few other guys jumped me. That's pretty much. Is that since there's a girl involved? I wasn't sure if that was an issue.
No, as long as it's not sexual abuse.
No, it's not.
Right,
Okay,
so that's what they're looking for. Okay.
So my question is, should I send them the police report or should I admit it?
Send them what they ask. Because if you don't send them what they ask, then they have a reason to deny you because you didn't submit what they asked to see. What I am telling you is, unless you are charged with sexual abuse of a minor or any sexual abuse case, then yes, you would be concerned. But out of that, otherwise, no.
Okay. And my other question is, will they? I mean, since this was, for like an arrest, not a conviction, will they actually send this to my fiance in the Philippines as part of whatever they send her?
It's possible they're not going to send it to her, but it is possible at the time of the interview, if the officer wants to be a jerk, he could say, by the way, are you aware that your fiance was arrested for hitting a woman?
Okay. I mean, I told her about the arrest, but I didn't tell her about the details.
Right. Well, you may want to do that, and listen, I'm not going to be your parent, but don't hit women. All right.
Well, no, I was drunk at a bar.
Okay,
and yeah.
But I understand.
So one last question, like as part of the RFE response, like should I send them a cover letter with my kind of like explanation of what happened as opposed?
No, because your explanation doesn't matter, and maybe you'll say something stupid that would then make it matter. So just the only thing I would put in a cover letter is here's a list of everything you gave me, you asked for. I'm listing it. 1, police report. 2, disposition with seal. 3, whatever they're asking for.
Okay.
All right?
That's it.
All right,
All right, thanks, Brad.
You're welcome. Yeah. All right, let's go to Sonny in Dallas, Texas. Sonny.
Hello, guys.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for the good work you're doing.
Yes.
I'm a first-time caller. I got a quick question. I applied for VAWA in October last year. So I got this situation with my apartment. They're threatening to go to court and get an eviction notice on me. So I'm just wondering if that would in any way affect my VAWA application.
No, it doesn't. You not being able to pay your rent has no bearing on whether or not you're entitled to VAWA.
Okay, because I know there's a requirement about good moral character.
There's no such thing as I have no money to pay my rent, therefore I'm a bad person.
Okay.
All right.
My second question. I applied for my apartment without a social, so I'm just wondering if my VAWA is approved and I get a social, will an eviction notice still go on my social? Like if I want to apply for an apartment
why don't
somewhere
you
else?
file an adjustment right now so you can get a work permit and social now? Why are you waiting on the VAWA?
Because it's expensive. I want to get the VAWA, work permit, and work for a while.
But that's ridiculous. File the adjustment so you can get a work permit.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
Appreciate it. You're welcome. But it won't. Yeah. All right. And by the way, you can, if you don't have the money to file an adjustment based on the VAWA, you could always file. There's that form I-9 something. It's I-9 with 2 other numbers, 900 something. That you can request a fee waiver, but I forgot the exact number. All right, let's go to Christian in Boston, Massachusetts. Christian.
Hey, how's it going, Brad?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. So I just have a quick question. So approximately a year ago, I applied for like the Special Immigrant Juvenile status, and I applied in September, and I got my PD, my priority date, 1 day before I turned 21, right? So then I get my EAD this September, like 4 months ago approximately. And I'm just wondering if there is any higher risk for me since I'm already 22 years old.
Yeah, there's always a higher risk because you're an adult. But the law says as long as your I-360 and adjustment were filed before you're 21, you're entitled to it. But yes, it'd be much nicer if you were 15 than 22, but you're still entitled to it.
Right, because like I actually came to America when I was 16 years old, and my dad abandoned me when I was 14 years old.
My answer still stays the same. You're entitled to it. All right.
All right, awesome.
Okay.
I just know there was something going on in New York that they were denying people based on their age.
Correct, but
And then
that got overturned by a court.
Okay, awesome. May I ask you one more question?
Sure.
So this is on behalf of my mom. So she recently got married to an American citizen, but they got an RFE just because they didn't translate my mom's divorce certificate. Therefore, she had to translate that and just send it into immigration again. She actually filed for her work permit as well. So since they're already processing...
The work permit is going to be delayed waiting on the translation. So count 6 months from the time they got the translation.
All right. I totally understand. All right. Thank you so much for the good job you're doing.
My pleasure. All right. By the way, we never got our show put on Instagram today.
No, we didn't get to go live.
But we are running a contest on @BradShow Live.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that contest is...
Yep.
Is... There you go.
There it is. So, guys, all you have to do is make sure you are following us on Instagram, Brad Show Live. Like the last post from yesterday, which was
Mosh the Bulldozer Baruch.
I always mess up
Right,
Mosh's
Mosh
names.
the Bulldozer Baruch. You like that last post? I'll do it. You like that last? Okay, I'll do it. I'll take your job away from you right now for the Instagram contest. You go to Instagram at Brad Show Live. You like the last post that was posted yesterday from Mosh the Bulldozer Baruch. You follow us on @Brad Show Live, and you tag 5 friends in the comments of Mosh the Bulldozer Baruch's post, which is a video about car accidents.
We're only looking at that
and
post.
then tomorrow, if you do all of this, tag 5 people, like the post, follow Brad Show Live. If you do that, we're going to take out the machine. I'm going to go like this. Nesquik's going to pull something out, which is going to be a name of somebody who actually followed that direction, which was follow Brad Show Live, like the post, tag 5 people.
Yep.
And you know what happens? That person's going to get a free $200 consultation from me or for their family or friend, and it can be done by phone or in person. And only the contest ends tomorrow, so you got to make sure you do it.
At 3 o'clock.
At 3 o'clock it ends, so make sure you do it, and we'll pull out of our machine tomorrow night. You can also follow me at Real Brad Bernstein on Instagram. If you follow me at Real Brad Bernstein on Instagram, I know who you are. You make a comment, you're part of Brad Squad, or I think I may have recognized your name somewhere at some point in my life, and you send me a DM, I'll try to answer it as best as I can. And that's quick. And Yonathan, Elias, you got anything to plug?
Oh.
Your Instagram.
Yeah, for sure. So make sure that you follow me on Instagram at Vanessa.ContrerasTV.
And you can follow me at Yonathan Elias TV.
All right. So with that, under the United States, we were just talking about SIDGE with Christian. Okay, so this is a good segue. Under the United States Immigration Nationality Act, an unmarried child under the age of 21 is a minor. A special immigrant juvenile petition known as a SIDGE lets an immigrant minor stay in the United States and give that immigrant minor an opportunity to get a green card. So anybody who knows, we're talking SIDGEs, anybody who knows a child under 21 should be listening. Spar Bernstein's immigration attorney, Jonathan Aftalion, joined me to discuss special immigrant juvenile status. At a time when DACA is in limbo, a special immigrant juvenile petition can be important because it's going to get you a green card, and DACA is getting you nothing. So let's watch. Non-citizen youths currently living in the United States of America who have been neglected, abused, or abandoned by a parent may be able to obtain a green card through something immigration calls a Special Immigrant Juvenile Status, or SIDGE. Here to discuss Special Immigrant Juvenile Status is one of Spar and Bernstein's newest immigration attorneys, Jonathan Aftalion. Tell me a little bit about Special Juvenile Immigrant Status.
So Special Immigrant Juvenile Status is a law under the Immigration Nationality Act, which allows minors who are under the age of 21 to obtain green cards if they entered unlawfully or if they overstayed their visas. So there are 5 factors that we have to prove in order to get this special immigrant juvenile status. You have to be under 21, you have to be unmarried, reunification with at least one of your parents must not be possible, and that's based on either abuse with that parent or neglect of that parent or abandonment with that parent. Even if a parent has passed away, that also qualifies you for this benefit. We also prove that there's a guardian here in the United States that can take care of you and that it's not in your best interest to return back to your home country. So what we do is we meet with these families and we see if the children qualify for this type of benefit.
So, and by this way, when you say benefit, what the child is ultimately getting is a green card. You are making a child legal. Somebody who's here out of status, even if they entered without inspection, even if they don't have any visa status. Jonathan, what is the first step that you do when you file these SIJ applications?
So basically, we go into the family court first. In the family court, the first step is to prove that there's a guardian here that could actually take care of the child.
Now, let me ask you a question. When you say there's a guardian here who can take care of this child, does the guardian have to be an American citizen?
No, Brad.
Does the guardian have to be related to this child?
Not at all. It just has to be someone that's living with the child and that can take care of the child financially, make legal decisions based on the child, help the child go to school, help feed the child, clothe the child.
What if the guardian is out of status? Can they still do it?
They can still do it. You do not have to be in status to be a guardian. And actually, a guardian could even be one of the biological parents. It doesn't even have to be someone that's separate from the family.
What happens now? You go into court and you get this guardianship. What happens next?
So after we go into court and we prove to the judge or to the referee as well that it's in the best interest for this child to stay in this home for this guardian, the next step is to prove the 5 factors that I explained earlier. So we go in for a different hearing, and that's a special immigrant juvenile status hearing in front of the family court. We send in a birth certificate which shows that the client is under 21. We prove that the child is unmarried. We have the guardianship order that shows that the child is dependent upon the state. And then we prove that reunification is not possible with one parent, at least one parent, and that it's not in the best interest for the child to return back to their home country. Once we do that, the judge gives us an order, and we take that order and then we go into the immigration step of the case.
And what is the immigration step of the case?
So with that special immigrant juvenile status order from the family court, we file what is called a I-360 form, which is a self-petition, and that is the underlying petition which allows you to become a green card holder, and we also file the green card application.
Now, it's a complicated process that I'll be honest with you, you wouldn't be able to do without an attorney, unlikely, but is it a long process?
It really depends on the county that it's in. To go into family court, that normally takes about 4 months. And then once we file the adjustment application, it's another 6 to 8 months.
You're literally talking about less than a year to get a green card.
If you're under 18, we could do it in about a year. If you're between 18 to 21, government is pushing back a little bit. We're still able to do it, but the government is delaying those cases. So 18 to 21, it's running about 1.5 to 2 years right now.
Tell me about a success story that you had handling a case where a child came here to Spar Bernstein. You were able to do the family court proceeding and the SIJ, and they ultimately got their green card.
There was a case a couple weeks ago that the family came in. They were very worried about their child, who is 20 years old right now, and she was placed in removal proceedings. That's a very scary time for a family. The child didn't qualify for any other possible relief because of her entry into the United States without inspection. What we were able to do was expedite the process of her getting special immigrant juvenile status. This all happened 3 weeks before her hearing, and she was actually turning 21 a week after that. So we had 1 month to get everything done.
And you were able to do it?
We were able to get the family court order, the SIJ court order, and file the self-petition prior to her 21st birthday. and then go back in front of the judge in the immigration court and tell the judge that the I-360 is currently pending and allow the government to adjudicate that. Once government adjudicates that, we terminate the removal
So you
proceedings.
saved her deportation.
Yeah.
All at the very last second.
Yeah, we were able to keep the child here from deportation.
Wow,
yeah.
that's amazing, amazing job. Congratulations.
The reason why I love this so much is because it's essentially the new form of DACA, except that DACA was temporary and they're not giving DACA anymore. And people are realizing now how temporary DACA was. Now there are all these children that don't have DACA anymore because they didn't renew it or it's too late to apply for it. What this does is it gives paths to green cards and citizenship to underage minors.
But of course, with DACA, you qualified as an adult. Here, you got to do all this for a child before the child turns 21. So if you know a child out there, don't let a child grow up in America without a green card, without the ability to make the best life for him or her. Give that child the same chance that I had, the same chance that Jonathan had, the same chance that 300 million Americans had. Give them the gift of being legal in America and let them to be able to stand up on their own 2 feet and be a success based on what they can achieve and what they can do. And if you do know children out there who can be helped, you can always call us here at Spar Bernstein, 1-800-529-5465. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. All right, we got to do something we like to call social media check-in.
All right, our first one comes from Mie Z saying, I'm qualified to apply for newly passed Liberian law bill. I came December 15, 2018 and filed asylum, which I do.
When did she come?
December 15, 2018.
She does not qualify because she had to be here on November 20th, 2014.
So,
Right.
yeah, that was the question.
So she has to move forward on her asylum case.
All right.
Okie dokie. So our next one comes from Double Subtitles. Being a green card holder in 2015, I applied for my son. 2017, he got married. In 2018, I got citizenship. Has he lost his status or can he go to F3?
Nope, you got to start all over again. After you become a citizen, because he got married before he became a citizen. As soon as that marriage happened, that ended the case because you can't file as a permanent resident for a married son. So you were filing as a permanent resident, he got married, ended the case. Now that you're a citizen, you can file all over for him, but he would have to start again at the end of the line as an F3.
Crown Value saying, I'm asking for a friend, sent in a message. So I have a friend who has been married for a year now, and he was in a very abusive marriage. So he moved out because the wife got pregnant from another man. It's so sad. She told him to move out. So now the question is, can he file for VAWA in another state apart from New York City where they got married?
Yes, you can file VAWA wherever you're living.
Okay.
You don't have to file VAWA in the place where you got abused, is the question.
Okay.
You can file it wherever you go.
All right. Vanessa asks, I have a Stoke interview coming in 8 days. In my VAWA petition on the 30th of December 2019, am I still waiting for the receipt? What are my options if I don't have my receipt in time?
Go in, tell them I just filed for VAWA, and they should give you 30 days to bring in the receipt.
Stacey Ann saying, my husband has a green card. Can he file for me?
Yes.
Alrighty, Safi Darbo asks, hi Brad, I filled a mandamus since August, but they still are asking for more time. This is the second time they are asking for more time. Is that normal in a VAWA case?
Who's asking for more time?
Who's they?
And who filed mandamus? Tell a judge to force them to make a decision. That's what the mandamus is.
All right, Princess Tenko saying, my friend got charged with assault a few weeks ago. He has a case pending with immigration for removal of his conditional residency. He's been here for almost 5 years. If the wife drops charges, will he have problems getting his paperwork?
He's only going to have problems getting his paperwork if he's found guilty of assault, because that's domestic violence, and then he would get deported.
All right, Sue and Acevedo ask, This question is on behalf of her nephew. Her nephew has a VAWA case that was approved in April of 2019. Still waiting for his adjustment of status. What should he do? Is he out of the processing time?
How long has he been waiting now?
This was approved April 2019.
What was approved?
His VAWA case.
But has he filed an adjustment?
Still waiting for his adjustment of status.
Well, when did you file? Did you file the adjustment back in the day, or you filed it after the I-360? If you filed it after the I-360, you're in processing time. If you filed the adjustment along with the I-360 originally back in the day, you have an issue, come see me.
All right, Wasiu Singh, what's the update on presidential proclamation on healthcare insurance?
The update is this. It's been blocked by a court. We'll see what happens.
All right, Drew Berry asks, I haven't eaten and my U.S. spouse wants to file for joint taxes before our interview. I think we may have answered this.
I haven't eaten yet, but my eaten?
Eaten.
And a TIN number, tax identification number.
Huh?
Yeah, I just thought you just said.
like-
I just thought you just said.
Does she not-
I haven't
really
eaten.
haven't
I haven't eaten. And I have not eaten anything. And my spouse wants to file a joint tax return. So I was going to say, well, go have dinner
Well,
first.
I haven't
Right.
had dinner.
I was going to say, go have dinner, and then tomorrow you can go see an accountant.
Well, yes, it was an
She has an ITIN number.
An
Okay.
ITIN, and
Yeah.
my spouse wants to file for joint taxes before I interview. I worked without having an
That's perfectly
Social Security
fine.
number, so how do I go
File
about
a
that?
joint tax return with your tax identification number. The fact that you worked out of status does not bar you from getting your green card. What would bar you is if you didn't file a joint tax return, or if you lied about not working when you did.
Nad Smiley saying, I filed a F4 for 2 sisters and 1 brother with children accompanying, 11 total. What supporting documents to send to them, and how much joint sponsors do I need? Do I only send affidavit to them or others?
You need to show that you can support them 125% above the poverty level, and that would be a family of 11 plus how many people you have. So you're talking about you've got to be earning over $100,000. So if you're not in that category, then you're going to need affidavits of support from different people for different brothers and sisters.
All right, Zimor Rahmed asks, married to an LPR, 30 days of the last arrival in the U.S. in 2018, filed an I-130, which is still pending after a year. His wife is now a citizen. Should I file AOS with a waiver or wait until the I-130 is approved? Your advice
How'd
on the way
they come?
forward,
How'd they
please.
come? Read that to me again, because I didn't fully get the whole
Right,
thing.
am I reading this
LPR.
properly? LPR, yeah. Married to an LPR, 30 days of the last arrival in the U.S. in 2018.
Okay,
That's how
but
they
you
got here.
got to wait until they're a citizen unless you overstayed your time.
All right,
And you'll need a waiver.
Cool. DJ China essay saying, how long can you file for citizenship after VAWA approval and receiving your green card on approved I-485?
3 years if the abuse was from a citizen.
Sebastian Z has 2 questions. What forms and fees for the Liberian amnesty, and how much longer on an F4 category priority? Dates June 13, 2011.
You got a long way to go on F4. Let me see what they're up to. They're up to February 1st, 2007. And you got to prove for Liberian that you're a librarian, not a librarian, a Liberian. If I said librarian, I apologize. A Liberian. And you also have to prove that you've been physically present here from November 20th, 2014 to the present.
Okay, Rhymes Music 626 said, I pled guilty to 23152B on both my DUIs. Everything else was dismissed. Am I able to renew my green card, which expires in 2021?
I think we spoke to him. That was the
On
guy
the
from
phone.
California. Yeah.
Okay.
AJ asked, I filled a VAWA. It's still pending. I lost everything in my abuse relationship and now facing credit debts. So will that bad credit record...
Bad credit has nothing to do with your immigration.
Okay, Santosh saying, I had a green card interview on December 31st, 2019 for my I-485 through my wife. So I got married on June 20th, 2018. So if I get approved after June 20th, 2020, do I get the 10-year green
you
card?
get the
or
10 year.
else? Oh, great.
Okie dokie. Ken Kibbet asked, hi Brad, I watched your video from the 6th of 2020. You said VAWA was reauthorized, so can you give me an idea of what to expect now? I filed an I-360 in October 2018.
Yeah, file an adjustment so you can get your green card.
All right, and that's all we have for now.
All right. So when it was a bit warmer, Yo-Yo, we sent you out on the streets to play the wackiest laws around the world.
Whoa.
Yo-Yo came up with the wackiest laws around the world.
This is a fun one.
And he tested people in City Hall Park, I assume, right across the street from our studios. That's where we always test people.
Right.
If you ever want to be on a street with a
Just
segment,
go stand out there.
go stand out in City Hall Park, because that's where we go. So he asked some questions, wackiest laws around the world. He says he purposely came up with some very tricky ones.
Absolutely.
So let's watch and see.
What's up, Brad Squad? This is Jonathan Elias out here in the streets of New York. Today we're going to play another edition of Wackiest Laws from around the world. Now, do you think that you could do better than the contestants that I pull up? Better play along and we'll see. I'm going to be looking down the timeline, all right? All right, first question. In the Philippines, you can be charged with the crime of unjust vexation for hurting someone's feelings. All right, what's the punishment for this crime? Is it A, $1 fine? B, $1 fine and up to 5 days in prison? C, $2 fine and up to 15 days in prison? Or is it D, $4 fine and up to 30 days in prison? And this is for hurting someone's feelings.
For hurting someone's feelings?
I'm going to say C.
In the Philippines. No, I don't think.
D.
I'm thinking it might be maybe $2 and 15 days.
When in doubt, choose C. I'm going with C.
That's what I'm about to say, 2.
Nah,
All right, so C.
Oh, C.
Well, I hope it's an apology, but since that wasn't on the list, I'll go with D.
There you go, you got it. Yeah. Apology would be better.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, you should have been in doubt because she got it. It is D. It is a $4 fine and up to 30 days in prison. Okay. We're being annoying.
You know, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish.
There you go. There you go. I like that. I like that. Okay, now, this is absolutely real, okay? The Philippines' official revised penal code says unjust vexation or the simple act of annoying someone can land you a fine of up to $4 and 30 days in prison. Those who have been charged include noisy neighbors and a woman who threw soy sauce on a police officer. Now, if you're tying the knot in Greece, what's something you have to add to the checklist to make sure the ceremony is official? Is it A, publish your wedding notice on the City Hall notice board? B, arrive to the wedding venue on a donkey? C, dance to the Greek national anthem? Or D, write a love letter to your partner before the ceremony?
You go first. No, I got the last one.
Yeah, you did go.
Well, I'd write a love letter.
I say D.
You think it's a love letter? I like the donkey myself.
I'll go with 2.
I'm going to go with C. I'm going to go with C.
I'm going to go with B.
Which one do you think it is?
What was the first one?
Publish your wedding notice on the City Hall notice board.
For Greece.
That's probably
that
like in the middle of the street. Yeah.
We're going with A.
We're going with A.
Is it A?
It is A. You guys got it. You guys got it.
All right, let's clap. Let's clap.
In Greece, if anybody wants to get married, the law requires that the man and woman have to publish their wedding notice in a newspaper written in Greek or on the City Hall notice board. All right, now 3. In Denmark, there are 7,000 government-approved names to name what? Is it A, streets, B, babies, C, schools, or D, TV shows?
Babies?
Babies.
Babies?
Babies was B, right? Okay, so B.
I'm going with B too.
What do you think?
I'm going to say streets.
How you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling like it. Babe, why you putting
That's
okay?
That's what we said. We're going with babies.
We're going with babies, and babies is the correct answer.
Another clap.
It is B. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. If you live in Denmark, you could only name your baby out of the 7,000 government-approved baby names. Number 4, you'll be fined in Oshawa, Ontario, up to $250 if you do this outdoor activity. A, camp. B, build a bonfire, C, ride a dirt bike, or D, climb a tree?
I'm going to go with C, ride a dirt bike.
Build a bonfire.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm thinking
Yeah.
bonfire tree. You pick.
Fire.
C.
D.
Wow, baby girl is killing right now. Climb a tree. You All right, so now if you feel like getting some air, want to get a good view, make sure you don't do it by climbing a tree because that can land you a $250 fine in Ontario. All right, in Switzerland, what aren't you allowed to scold? Is it A, a barking dog, B, a crying baby, C, a mean salesperson, or D, a delivery guy who showed up late with your order?
Is there an ask a friend option?
There is not.
Okay, we could ask a friend.
The delivery guy.
You're not allowed to scold. I guess it's got to be the baby.
Okay, it's the baby. I was about to say, I think you would be happy with this answer knowing that you have your dog here.
So happy. It's a barking dog.
It is.
That's it. I'm moving.
Look at, can we get the baby down here? This is why. Exactly.
I'm going with a baby. Baby.
Can't scold a baby. All right.
I'm gonna go with D. I think it's
No.
the baby. Because the baby can't cry. You
Yeah,
can't scold the
babies are gonna
baby.
cry.
The baby
You-
gonna cry
You
anyway.
can crying baby.
You cannot scold a barking dog in Switzerland. All right, now if you're around a noisy dog in Switzerland, you are not allowed to scold it, all right? It's part of a wide variety of Swiss laws to ensure the well-being of animals. Other laws state that cats must have a daily visual contact with other felines, and hamsters or guinea pigs must be kept in pairs. And anyone who fleshes a pet goldfish, you're breaking the law as well. You animals. Okay, now in Canada, where aren't you allowed to use your cell phone? Is it A, the post office, B, the library, C, fast food drive-thrus, or D, at work?
The library?
Ooh, gotta be library or at work.
Wow. I'm thinking a whole lot of things.
The post office.
At work.
All right, I'll just say it's at the post office.
And you know what? I think it's a drive-through.
You think it's the drive-through?
I think it's the drive-through. Because
In
you can hold
Canada?
up, get distracted, everybody's honking, it's a noise ordinance.
Yeah.
We'll go with the drive-through.
You are amazing. Yeah? Yes, and that's what it is. And that's why, because you can hold up the line. If you're zipping through the drive-through to get a quick meal in Canada, don't touch that phone. You can use your phone to pay at the window, but texting your friends back or scrolling through your timeline while you're in the line is considered to distract driving. It can hit you with a penalty of $672, 5 demerits, and a 3-day license suspension. They are not playing out there. What? Now, what kind of aircraft is not allowed to launch from, land at, or fly over one of the most famous wine regions in France? This is in the law. Is it A, a helicopter, B, a flying saucer, C, a private jet, or D, a commercial airliner?
When was the last time you saw a flying saucer?
I don't know. This
I'm
must be
just
all
thinking
there
we can
too.
cross that one right off.
I'm going to go with a flying saucer.
Wackiest law.
And this is why.
D, a commercial.
A.
All right,
They
we're
don't
gonna take
want
the plane.
none of us.
The
work.
big
Yeah.
passenger plane.
A helicopter?
Remember wacky laws.
A UFO?
It is a flying saucer. It is a flying saucer. I had to help you out with that. You're too nice. All right, now, aliens, you're not welcome at Châteauneuf-du-Pape in France. So it's illegal for a UFO to launch from, land at, or fly over the famous area. The 1954 law, which prohibits flying saucers or flying cigars, was established after a man in northern France said he's seen 2 figures that look like deep-sea divers emerging from a cigar-shaped spaceship. The town's mayor has refused to overturn the law as late as 2016. All right, last one.
All right, let's go.
In Queensland, Australia, what must taxi drivers have in their trunk? Is it A, a first aid kit, B, a case of water, C, a bale of hay, or D, a change of clothes?
First aid kit.
A change of clothes.
A change of clothes.
I'm gonna go with the case of no. What was the one? Was the third one? The bail thing.
And you got it. Yeah. It was the bale of hay.
Why would they want to have hay?
He said a whack.
Okay, why they want?
A bale of hay is like not even. What do you need hay for? I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
Hey, just because he said it's wacky.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. You want to do that?
We're going to go with hay.
And you guys ended it off with a bang. It is a bale of hay. All right, so this hails from when taxis were horses and carts. So you had to keep hay on the cart for the horses, of course. So now it's not really enforced, but if a police officer is feeling petty, they could give you a ticket for that, all right? Well, there you have it, Brad Squad. Another fun edition of the wackiest laws from around the world. I hope that you guys learned a lot if you didn't do too well. All right, back to the studio.
Check out the Brad Show, all right? That's what's up.
Yeah.
Y'all are amazing. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy who said at the beginning, I don't know the answer, so it's always C when I don't know it, right? I'm like, that's a smart guy.
Right.
That's a smart guy.
That was a different guy.
Oh, I thought that was the same dude.
No. But they all were characters.
Yeah.
But I believe in that theory too.
Yes.
When in doubt.
Yes, Nesquik said that was my theory in college when I graduated.
So that worked out well in my case.
It worked out very well, right.
Gentlemen, I think it's time.
Yes.
Let's do this.
All right, let's put 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. Yesterday I answered 12 questions. Today we're going to up the ante. We're going to do 13 questions. 13 immigration questions in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Who's going to start? I need full concentration. Please, quiet in the booth.
Yes.
Thank you. Go.
What up with Vawa cases?
I don't know. What up with you?
If you have a 10-year green card through marriage but are no longer with your spouse, do you still have to prove bona fide marriage again during the N400 interview?
If it's a 3-year, yes.
Can a federal aggravated felony be expunged for 212H waiver?
Unlikely.
Narwa is saying, what's the required sponsor number and spouse?
What's the it's 125% above the poverty level.
Teen Titan asks, is there any law in cheating on your partner who is filling for your adjustment of status?
Is there a law against cheating on your partner? No, but there's immorality, there's adultery, and you're probably unlikely to prove it's a real marriage.
Candace Sal saying, I have an interview on February, but we have not filed joint taxes. We're married less than 2 years. Will that be a problem?
Yes, you have to have a joint financial relationship.
Bade Krishna asks, can I file green card with low income without any public charge? Do I need to make above poverty line to apply for a green card?
Well, it depends who's sponsoring you.
Van Munoz said, I have 2-year green card. Is it possible for me to apply for citizenship?
No.
Sweet the artist asks, can my U.S. citizen husband file for my mom?
No.
Lee says, I have an asylum case pending for 4 years. No interview schedule. Is this normal?
Yes, it is. Last in, first out.
Can I move out of an abusive relationship and still apply for VAWA even though I am not living with my spouse?
Yes.
Can an arrest of domestic violence lead to deportation?
Yes, if you're convicted.
Can you do or normally get a work permit after receiving a
prima
facie?
facie?
We had time to spare yesterday. What up with VAWA, Brad?
What up with VAWA? What up with
We
VAWA?
almost had that.
What kind of question is that? What up with VAWA? That's the first question you asked me?
That's the first question I got.
What up with VAWA? I don't know. What up with you?
Damn.
All right, what was this last question?
Can you or do you normally get a work permit after receiving a prima facie determination?
No, you get a work permit if you filed an adjustment or your I-360 is approved.
That was going to be the last one. That was the last one.
We almost had it.
Almost.
You know, it almost works in horseshoes only, right?
Almost doesn't count.
Right, is that the saying? It only counts in horseshoes or something?
I have no idea because I usually win in things. I don't know about almost.
Right.
That's not in my vocab.
Right. You and Charlie Sheen. Not Charlie. Is it Charlie Sheen? Who's it always kept going around winning?
But did Charlie Sheen?
I don't want anything to do with.
But did he win?
Charlie Sheen.
I don't think he won a lot.
No.
He was losing a lot. He was walking around saying he was winning.
You could compare me to Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt winning.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, I like that much better.
Like Linda Shaw says.
Yes.
I like
Usain
that.
Bolt.
Yes.
Much better.
Yes.
Charlie Sheen.
All right.
What did he win in his life? A
I don't know, 2.5 Men.
A one-way ticket to ruining his career.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did.
I'm not even going to comment.
All right. Comments of the day.
Yes.
Comments of the day.
All right.
Comments of the day. Wait.
We already did it. We
had
did it. Yes.
There
we
we
did.
go. Oh,
we
I
did
missed it.
Yes, because we were talking.
I was talking about Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. Random.
Let's talk about all the great things
All
the
right,
Brad
comments
Squad
of the
has to say. Don Harriet says, Brad, you make the news so easy to understand.
Thank you very much. I try.
Nice. All right, our second comment of the day comes from Lisa Bling Rose saying, we're in the best classroom, so please take notes.
Thank you. Yes.
Our third comment of the day, Linda Shaw. Uncle Brad is a jack of all trades. Therapist, lawyer, counselor, a teacher, and pilot.
Pilot?
Yeah.
Why am I a pilot?
I don't know. The
'cause
Boeing talk.
I was talking about the Boeing, yes.
Oh, there you go. All right, and our last comment of the day comes from Narwas Nesh saying, this guy should be running for president. He's amazingly helpful, and I'm not being sarcastic.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have about 10, 12 people who would vote for me now.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
You're right, about 10,
I think
12
you
people.
have a lot more than
About
that.
10, 12. I got about 10, 12 votes right now.
Yeah.
That's a start.
It's a start.
A good start.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll be back after November 2020 because I'm going to be starting my presidential. No, we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein Law Firm, located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?